Welcome back, fellow shop rats. Today we got a little side project. It was a project that I was going to do before we actually did the work on both of the pickups that we were doing because we needed to move some vehicles around. Unfortunately, with shipping delays, the stuff that I wanted didn't get here, but it's here now. And so I'm going to go ahead and make this for the future to use here around the homestead. So, this just when push comes to shove, this is what you got to do.
This is my car's shop.
It seems like when it comes to ordering stuff, especially in the last couple of years, but it still continues on, I feel like Marvin Martian every time I check tracking information. It's just delays. The last tracking information that I saw on this was actually supposed to come this coming Saturday, but it did show up yesterday. So here's what we got. We got balls, but that's not what we were really here for. But what we ordered was a couple of trailer, they're not receivers, what are they? Couplers. And I got two of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a push me, pull you kind of situation here to put between two trucks or two vehicles that have trailer hitches to be able to pull or push them around the shop and around the homestead here. It's been something I've struggled with. You can use ropes and that works well. A buddy of mine has one of these and it's just slicker than snot on a doorknob. And I thought when I was trying to get the 12 truck in here and needed to get that starter changed and everything that I went with that, it was just I thought I need one of those. And I could have called him and borrowed his, but I thought I'm just going to go ahead and get on Harbor Freight and order this stuff and go ahead and make my own. I had some 2-inch box tube here. So we're going to go ahead and get this built today and kind of show you what it looks like. The one that my buddy had was probably half this length, but I'm going to go ahead and make it this full length to start and determine whether or not I like it being that long. So one goes on this end, like so. Doesn't want to stay there. And the other one goes on this end, like so. Boy, those holes will almost line up. And then you can put it between the two hitches and push one vehicle and pull a vehicle and so forth. That's why I got the other ball, because it's 1 7/8 ball, and I just wanted to be sure that I had enough, you know what I'm saying? But I want to make a decision here on whether or not I want it to be this long, because one of the problems is the longer it is, the advantage of it being longer is you can see better between vehicles, because most of my vehicles are going to be rear hitch. For pulling, it's no big deal, but for pushing, maybe the longer bar would be better. Like I said, my buddy's was probably about this long, and it worked good, but I wonder if the longer length might be the way to go. So I think I'm going to start with that. We got to drill some holes and do some other stuff. We probably should also, look at the instructions and see exactly how they're supposed to be mounted, because it's just 2 bolts. Okay, I didn't know if these top holes, I could weld it on there, but I think I want to just bolt it on so that if we need to change the length or use them for something else, we're going to be able to do that. So we'll get our spots marked out where we're going to drill our holes and stuff like that. We'll get things chucked up in the drill press and get our holes drilled through. I don't have any bolts, so I'm going to text Becky and see if she can stop and pick some bolts up for me. I think these are the right size here. Just this is way too long and it's a carriage bolt, but if she's stopping at Tractor Supply, which she often does, she could stop and pick some up for me. So, okay, it's saying, 8.8 millimeter steel bolts. So we won't use metric, but we'll get something. So anyway, let's get this fixtured up and get our holes through the drill press, and we'll go from there. fits right through nicely. So get the next one drilled, and it will be just lather, rinse, and repeat, so I won't bother showing all of that to you. Okay, got them drilled. They line up good. A little deburr. Ooh, just about rolled it off the end over there. I checked the bolts already, and they fit good. I know this isn't rocket science, but very good. Okay. Turn it around, do the other side. So I wiped it down with some Prep Sol. And we're just going to dust it real quick with a little bit of primer. Not intending to cover it thoroughly. I just want a little dust to help some adhesion. Adhesion is a big word. We're going to go ahead and paint this thing while we're at it and make it pretty. This will also show me if we have any areas where fisheye is going to show up. I'm only painting it so it looks a little nicer, and it also gives us a little bit of, rust retention, because we want to retain all the rust that we can. Got it supported out here on the very ends, because I don't care if it gets painted under there as much. And I'm going to go back and dig in my paint cabinet and see what I have. I know I've got a bunch of rattle cans that are virtually new, so we'll go find that, and good enough for that. It'll stick, and we'll go from there. I'll be right back. Okay, we're pretty well dry now. And I got a can of red here that I bought years ago for a project that I never used it on, so this should work good for this. Perhaps we need a better tip. I always keep extra tips around for this very reason. Apparently it's not the tip. Apparently it's the paint itself. Find a better tip. This one has a little bigger orifice, so maybe it'll work a little better. I keep all kinds of these old tips around. Well, this is getting annoying. The paint must be coagulated. I guess it's a good thing we're using it up. I'm going to blow this one out. I got more paint all over me. It's probably on my face. It's all over my hands. It's all over the floor. It's probably all over my clothes. But I got it painted. It wasn't the tip. It was the tube down inside of the can. I won't show you what I did. There's a trick to that. I don't recommend it, so I'm not going to show you. Let's just say that there's a way you can clear out the tube inside of the can to get it to spray. It kept plugging up. It did it on me about probably 10 times, but we got it. It's all painted, flooded on there like a floody thing. So the next step here then is going to be let it dry, and then we'll get our ends put on and go from there. Just stuck the ends on there temporarily till I get the bolts, which I don't have. I texted Becky. We'll see if she can pick them up after work. If not, I'll have to get them tomorrow. But this is going to take 24 hours to dry anyway. So we will just pause this for today, and we'll be back tomorrow or soon. Depends. Back, and it's the next day, and everything's nice and dry. It looks real good. So I got my bolts, and we're gonna bolt her together here and get her done. So hopefully we're golden. Not that I need to bore you with watching me bolt something together, because I get it. But gonna get her put together here, and I'll be right back. Well, that was a bigger ordeal than it should have been, but everything's in there now. Holes weren't exactly right, and I'm not sure what happened, because everything worked yesterday. Cold, must be. Shrunk overnight. one down, one to go. So there we go. It's all done, and we don't even have to finish it up. Nothing more to do with this except put it to use. So I'm looking forward to that. You'll see that in future episodes as we're moving vehicles around. My buddy Chris just texted me and he said he has one of those special little clamp trailer hitches that you can put on a front bumper or a back bumper on an older car that would work for moving some of the, wouldn't want to do it with a really nice car, but for some of the cars that would work really cool. So that expands the possibilities here around my car shop. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining me for this little project, and we will catch you on the next one. Rock!